All right, what we're going to look at for a second today is a little bit lengthier passage, and so we'll see if we get through it today or if we need to even carry it over into tomorrow as well. But it starts in verse 13 of Exodus 9. It says, "And the Lord said to Moses, Get up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Tell him, this is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews says. Let my people go so they can worship me." That's the same phrasing he used earlier. The people are his, and they are to worship him and him alone. They belong to him. So, it continues in verse 14. "If you don't, I will send more plagues on you, you and your officials and your people. Then you will know that there is no one like me in all the earth. But by now I could have lifted my hand and struck you and your people with a plague to wipe you off the face of the earth. But I have spared you for a purpose, to show you my power and to spread my fame throughout the earth. But you still lord it over my people and refuse to let them go. So tomorrow at this time, I will send a hailstorm more devastating than any in all the history of Egypt. Quick, order your livestock and servants to come in from the fields to find shelter. Any person or animal left outside will die when the hail falls." Some of Pharaoh's officials were afraid because of what the Lord had said. They quickly brought their servants and livestock in from the fields. But those who paid no attention to the word of the Lord left theirs out in the open. So he tells them what this plague is going to be. It's going to be hail. And this was very unusual within the nation of Egypt, right? Especially this northern part of Egypt, to find storms and lightning and hail was very, very unheard of. So this very much looks like a miracle, because this was not common. This was not what happened. Have you ever been trapped out in a hailstorm too, by the way? Boy, that's fun. As a kid, I got caught out in one time, and it wasn't very big hail at all. But let me tell you something. Running to get in some shelter, that was not pleasant. So you can imagine a hailstorm of this size, that it's going to be such a large piece of hail, it's actually going to kill people, right? So we're talking, softball size hail. We're talking big stuff just coming down in just waves and sheets hitting the people. And so as you can see, some of the officials took this very seriously, because they had been covered in boils. They had had mosquitoes swarming. They had had gnats. They had all these different things that they had been dealing with. So naturally, they run from this. They take this seriously. And even if Pharaoh's heart is hard and he won't listen, they sure do. And good on them for paying attention to something God had to say in this moment. And so God here gives him this extended warning: I will send more plagues on you. See, God wanted Pharaoh to know who was in charge. He wanted Pharaoh to know what was what and who the boss was. See, that's a lot of what was happening in a lot of these plagues. It was judgment on Egypt, and it was also God establishing who he was and how incredible he was. And so I'm going to stop there, and tomorrow I want to take a second and look at some of the other language God uses here when talking about himself. And it is powerful language that speaks well to us. See you soon.